Okay, so from top men's fashion over to the kitchen. We're talking food, specifically rice this morning. Now, rice is a staple in so many countries around the world that we sometimes take these tasty little grains for absolute granted. So we're going to teach you everything that there is to know about rice, the different types, how to cook it, how to store it, and then what to do with the leftovers. And the person to run us through all of these, the lovely Mary. How are you doing, Mary?
I'm loving it. More leftovers.
Yes, more leftovers.
Yes.
Look, okay, but let's start at the beginning. You get different types of rice.
You do.
We'll run it through quickly.
Does this feel like you're at school again?
Pretty much.
Should I ask you which one is which?
That's the normal rice.
What is normal? There's
White
no
rice.
There's so many rices. This is a
well,
basmati
normal is, I think,
rice,
white rice for the
but
most,
that's white
for most
rice
people.
too. So that's a sushi rice.
Okay.
And so that's nice and sticky,
Yes.
right? And then you add a little bit of rice wine vinegar, a little sugar, and then you have this great sushi rice to make your sushi.
Yep.
This is basmati, which is definitely very popular, and it's the king of rices because everyone loves this rice. It's easy to cook. This one is wild rice.
Wild rice.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, once again, I'm Canadian, so it's lovely to see that you have a Canadian grain here.
I didn't know. Wild rice comes from Canada.
From the Indians, yeah.
Okay.
And northern U.S., Minnesota and stuff.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about this is it should be cooked on its own.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you have packets. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I making a mess here?
Sorry, no, it's a little bit OCD there for me.
And then this is brown rice, which is by far the best rice. Do you?
Yeah. When I eat rice, I choose to only eat brown rice.
Okay.
Yes. And sometimes you buy the
done.
package that has got the wild rice mixed in it, but you said that should be cooked separately,
Yes,
really.
Really, it should be.
Okay.
And the brown rice takes a lot more time than a white rice. Do you know why?
Why is that? Because let me say, white rice is like a 1-to-2 ratio when you make it. When I make brown rice, it's normally a 1-to-3 ratio.
So the reason why is that because it hasn't been milled as much, and so it has a lot more of the fiber and the healthy things for you, and it has the coating still on it. So it needs to pop in the water, and it takes much longer to actually cook.
But it's delicious. I do love
it.
The
Is
brown
delicious,
rice.
and there are different ways to cook all these rices. When I was little.
Yeah.
Now I'm big. I actually ruined rice all the time. So I actually learned how to bake rice in the oven.
Rice, really?
And it's a great way to do it. It's 2-to-1, 2.5-to-1, and you can put fresh herbs, you can put spices, whatever. You cook it up, and you bake it in the oven. You can use chicken broth, vegetable broth, and it's actually a lovely way. You cover it, and you throw it in the oven, and you don't have to think about it.
Really?
So you never burn it. Sometimes you forget the rice that's cooking, the water evaporates, and then it burns, which seems so crazy, but so that's sort of...
My word, to bake rice.
It's like a rice cooker.
Oh, yes, of course,
Yes,
but in the oven.
Instead, yes,
Listen,
exactly.
quickly before we go, in terms of storing rice, I know that you need to store it carefully. You can't just leave it outside because rice, it can go off and it can make you very sick. So what is the best way to go about storing rice?
So once you cook the rice, you actually want to put it in the fridge, right? Cool it down immediately and put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Because if you leave it out, what happens is that there are these spores in rice that can develop into bacteria, and boiling it does not kill the bacteria. And then sitting outside in the warmth, it starts to grow. And you can actually be really sick, vomiting and all that horrible stuff. So sometimes you blame it on the water or whatever, but it could actually be your rice.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. And can you freeze rice as well?
Oh, the freezing rice is the best, actually.
Okay.
If you're not going to use it right away and you have like a couple cups in the fridge, put it in a Ziploc bag, squish it down, throw it in the freezer, and it keeps the moisture better than any of the rice in the fridge. And actually, it's fantastic. And the other thing is the white rice, it can last forever because it's been so processed that there's nothing left. Brown rice you have to eat within 6 months or so when the packet's been opened because there are oils still left in the rice, and that you really need to be careful with.
Jeez, I don't think I've ever learned so much about rice in one sitting. There we go. Thank you so much, Mary. Well, if you have leftovers with the rice, if you don't want to throw it away, we're going to show you exactly what to do with it after Kat tells you what's on your breakfast show this morning.